Welcome back, everybody. We're back. Hopefully with sound now. I am not sure what happened. We hit the clock tower in episode 17, and it just went to pot. I'm not sure why. I don't really know what happened. So I don't know what to say other than I'm sorry. It's a learning process for me. I don't know what happened, and unfortunately I don't have the skills to really figure it out. So it's just how it is, and I guess that's just what it's going to be. I apologize. I didn't want that to happen. Not going to stress out about it. Thankfully that my living doesn't depend on this, so I don't have to worry about it too much. But I am kind of disappointed that happened. I don't know exactly what happened, really. All I know is that the stinking audio went out when the slowdown happened, and so we lost the audio. We lost audio on half of 17 and all of 18. Now here's the deal: I'm posting those anyway. I'll probably post those at the same time, just to get those out of the way, and then and then what we'll do is we'll just we'll go on here and since you'll see what happens, it can still be legitimate. We can still have a legitimate run at the game, and it should be okay, I think. I hope it'll be okay. So yeah, here we are. We're back. We've got the Crusaegrim. We're running through the inverted castle. Hopefully with sound this time. I don't hope that I will mess up anything, because oh my word, I don't know what happened. But anyway, we're done. We're done with it. And so if you missed a lot of what I was talking about in some of those videos, I talked about we're going to go see the new Star Trek in the next this weekend. We're going to go see it. And I'm looking forward to that because I've heard that's got good reviews, this one, and I am looking forward to seeing more of it. Especially since this one seems to do a little bit better at capturing the spirit of the old Star Trek, which I'm for. I'm definitely for that. And is this the thing? No, it's not. So that'd be good. Anyway. Hey, cool. Got a life up. We're at 400 life now. And I definitely wanted to do that because we're just filling in map spaces and beating bosses, like I said before. In terms of commentary, you didn't miss too much. Other than me say a lot, and but that's okay. You know what? It's fine. And like I said, it's one of those times when I'm kind of glad that I don't have very many subscribers. I don't have enough subscribers that this is a disaster, and even if I did, it still probably wouldn't be a disaster, because who thinks that's a disaster? That's ridiculous. But at least I got the footage. I'm glad I got the footage, so it can be, it'll be, you'll see that I actually did do it legitimately, as close to legit as you can get when you're on an emulator, not on an actual PlayStation. But I have done it on an actual, it wasn't the PlayStation, it was the Xbox 360 version is which one it was. That's the version that it was. So, yeah. Ooh. Now, where am I going? We're going to go up and over here. And get all... Ooh, what's that? Mystic Pen. Oh, we already got one. I don't need another one. So, let's see. And then that's kind of what happened with my with my... I lost some footage on the... Nope, I guess that's not it either. I lost some footage on my Final Fantasy one, and so yeah, so I guess it's just, this is just how we do it now. We're just gonna have problems. And like I said, this is I mean I don't have a dedicated computer like some people do. Like they have the computer in their room and it's, hey, go back to being that. And I don't have that. I don't have that, so I have to kind of roll with what I got. And unfortunately, that a lot of times means I have problems that I don't know how to fix. So anyway, hopefully I've said enough about that. I should think so. Other than that, yeah, seeing Star Trek, having another girl. If you missed that, I don't know if that got on there. Or having another girl. And that katana we don't need. And okay, good. Well, we're going... trying to think of where we want to go next. Let's go through the chapel. That's what we'll do next. And yeah, so I'm kind of a little bit shaken from that, a little bit annoyed. I'm getting lots of luck potions from those guys. Ouch, that was not good. We're going, yeah, go down actually. So anyway, luck run. Hey, we're back. Where the only challenge is getting through the work properly. Seems like. And I think the doors are upside down too. I do not. Oh, it's holy water. I'll take the holy water, I suppose. Yeah, so I don't know what else to kind of, yeah. A little bit out of steam. I should have probably just stopped, but I wanted to make sure I could get a video in that had some audio in it, and that's okay. But so right now I am recording a series, Mega Man 6 series, and this series is actually going to be I'm not going to talk about the game, I'm just going to talk about whatever, kind of like how I normally do. Trying to be careful to not get any slowdown. Let's make sure that doesn't screw that up again. Yeah, so I'm doing that, and that will be interesting to see how that people receive that. But I've done that stuff like that before, and it's, I don't know, it's done as good as anything else I've ever done. So I don't know if I'm that worried about it. Magic missile. Ah. All these dang fire boomerang. So I don't know how that it's gonna be another like me talking about Christianity and stuff, and so that'll be interesting to see how people react to that. But usually people just don't react to it, which I suppose, which is, you know, I would complain, but you know what? It's better than people trolling me and flaming me and all that stuff. So, so I'm kind of okay with. I'm okay with it just being what it is. Let's kill that thing. Like I said, sometimes I hear I don't have a lot of subscribers and I don't have a lot of viewer engagement, but sometimes I see the things that happen to the people that have those things, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's good to sort of be, you know, maybe it's good to be just, you know, not, you know, super great or whatever. One of the things that I've always said kind of to people, they're like, what do you want to be? What do you want to do? And I'm like, I kind of want to be like Dave Barry famous. And I think I've said this before, like he's a humor writer for, he was a humor writer for years and years and years, especially in the 80s and 90s. And then he retired, and And what happened was he's famous, sorta. Like, he's just famous enough. Like, he gets to go places and do cool things and meet cool people, but he can still go to the mall. He gets recognized sometimes, but that's he's not getting mobbed or anything. He's not, typically people aren't pounding on his door to get to him. Nobody's paparazzi aren't taking photos of him and his wife all the time, or his daughter. It's just, at least I don't think. I mean, I don't usually look around for that stuff, so I don't know, but I don't think they are. And that's kind of the famous that I've always wanted, like just that side of famous, to where I don't have to work the job that I'm at right now, but I can go and do cool things and have, that's what I want to be, really. that's what I want to do. But usually it's, I don't, well, you're gonna die, little things. I've got another square to fill in. So if I could get, like, I don't know how many subscribers I would need to, like, get me to that level, but, just enough. You want just enough. And I don't honestly know how many that is. Because I don't actually, since I don't monetize any of my videos, I don't know, like, how much you realistically make. And I don't know anybody who's, a reasonably successful YouTuber, so I don't know. Spike Breaker, that's what we want. I don't know anybody who's a reasonably successful YouTuber, so I don't know what the scale is or anything. I just know that I'm gonna need more than 25, y'all. Could need a lot more than 25. Twilight Cloak. That's the last cloak of the game right there. And gives me, I think that's Alucard's cloak, I think that's the one he came in with. I do like the different cloaks. That's one of the things I like about this game is the different cloaks and the different colors of the cloaks, and the way the cloak makes the bat wings change color, and I like all that. I like all that. And that's why I really like Joseph's cloak, because then you can change the color on your own and make whatever. You can make a little pink one, and he can run around with a pink cape, and that's cool. I like that. I always like it when you can customize the look of everybody that you're working with. What am I doing? I think that's what I want to do. I want to take the Spike Breaker armor off and put the walk armor back on. Well, my attack is certainly up to where it's good for it to be. I can tell you that right now. These are all the towers. There's another Talwar. I think we already got one of those. So I really, really hope that the audio on this is working properly, because if it's not, I'm going to be sad. But again, this is not. A friend told me that this is not really the optimized. Hey, it's Medusa. You're dead. You didn't even get to do anything. This isn't like the best emulator to use for what I'm doing. And there's the heart. And I believe him. I tried to download the one that he said and set it up, and I just couldn't get it working. So maybe some point, maybe before I start, because I'm trying to. I still like to do the Chrono Cross one, and I haven't. So maybe before I do that one, I'll have to get him to the house and see if he can't help me. Help me, please. Because my wife is really good with all that sort of stuff, but she's not good with emulators and games and stuff like that. She's just that's not her thing. Hey, good, a save point. That's not really her thing. So I have to get somebody who knows about that. And someday I would like to have like a dedicated desktop computer, like one of those gaming rigs that I can sit and have like a little office where I can. This is where I want to go. Yeah, we can go here and fill in that hallway. Or I can go and what do I want to say? Just go at like a studio where I can do, because when I start doing the vlogs again, which I don't know when that will be, but when I start doing that stuff to edit it and start, making things a little bit more professional. But again, I kind of have to work within the limits of my life, and I'm going to need a lot more than 25 subscribers to to pull some of this stuff off. So, it's just what you got to do sometimes. Got to do what you got to do. Sometimes it's, we spend a lot of time wishing and hoping for certain things to happen, when really what we need to do is just, you kind of have to just do what you can. And we're going to go back to the beginning part of the game here. You have to just kind of do what you can. And I'm trying to, okay, I know where we're going. And just sort of don't expand before you're ready. It's kind of my thing. Expand when you can, or when you should, not just because you can. Usually you don't want to do that, because then when you do that, you've got a bunch of resources for something that is not being used. It's like kind of like a restaurant. Like if you only getting so many customers, you don't want to move to a big building, even though you really have a big vision for what you want to do. You still don't want to do that until you actually need the space to do it, because then if you do that, then you're going to count the cost, and usually what happens is then you're kind of embarrassed because you have this big building and you don't have anybody in it. Churches fall prey to that a lot. They have the pastor or the board or whoever has this big vision for some big ministry, and what ends up happening is they go do their big vision, their big ministry, and then they got nothing. They build a big addition, they go and do the big thing, and then what happens is they don't have anybody in the building to take up the space and do anything with it. And I've seen a couple of churches do that. We actually have a church in town that we make fun of a little bit, because they had a church and they made this big. I didn't go to this church either, by the way, so I don't know anything about them. But they made this big sort of ostentatious addition to their building, and my wife and I call it the "Take This City for Jesus" edition, because that's exactly the kind of thing that would happen, especially when I grew up, was like, we're going to build this building and then that's going to solve our attendance problems. It's kind of how they feel. That's not how you go. So that's kind of how I said all that to say, other than to talk about something other than the audio not being in those two videos. I said all that to say, that's kind of how I'm doing with this. I'm sort of kind of try to expand it and do it when I can. And if I can't, in some ways, then it's just gonna have to be until I can. Oh my gosh, why don't I remember that? I never remember that. Let's go up here and get these spots done. And so, like I said, if I ever have more subscribers, and I ever get to a point where financially we can do stuff, then I'll do stuff. And I think that is the underground. We don't quite want to go there yet. Not yet. We got some other I want to visit the rest of the castle first before we go up there, because that's kind of I want that to be one of the last things we do, aside from beating the game. So we'll run through this hall, and then we'll run back to the save point, and then we'll be done for this video. And hopefully, it will have sound on it. And if it doesn't have sound on it, well, I guess I'll have to figure out what happened. Because I don't know. See how you can just walk through and just destroy everything? I love that. I love that. Hammer, uncurse, or anti-venom. Which you don't really need, because anti-venom doesn't really do it. Like, poison isn't really that harmful. A status ailment in this game. It just isn't. You know, it's not that big a deal. All right, let's go up here. Kill all these dudes again. Can you imagine trying to come through here and not having the Crissaegrim? Yeah, that would be awful. That's why we don't do that. Ouroboros Rider. I mean, I know what it's supposed to be, but it sounds ridiculous. Oh, that's not where we want to go. We want to go up here. And so that's my life advice. That's life advice for this. Back to the thing I was talking about before, is if you have big visions, that's cool, but kind of don't let your reach exceed your grasp, and just wait until it's the proper time to expand and do and upgrade and all that kind of stuff. Because, like I said, you don't want to get to the point where you have all the resources and then no people. You want the people and the resources to sort of scale together. And then we'll go up to the save room, and then I'll have to think about where I want to go next. But hopefully we'll have audio. Seriously, y'all, I'm really sorry about that. And I will endeavor to do my best. And I will see you next time.